All right, this is an experiment. We're doing adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. So we're going to find common denominators and add fractions. It's the first time doing it this way. Hope you don't get seasick. How are we doing on the visual? All right, so adding and subtracting unlike. First, you need to find the lowest common denominator. As you can see in our first example, our denominators are 20 and 5. Those are unlike denominators. So we would need to find the lowest common denominator. Then we would rewrite the fractions as equivalent fractions with the new common denominator. And then we would add or subtract the numerators, keep the new common denominator, and then last, write the fraction in simplest form. Never leave your fraction not simplified. So, with that in mind, moving on. As you can see, our original fraction was 2/5 plus 4/15. Different denominators. We found our common denominator was 15. Wrote the new fractions with 15 in the denominator. The second fraction already had 15 as a denominator, so it was just brought down. 4/15 stayed 4/15. But the first fraction had a denominator of 5. So 3 times 5 is how we got that 15. Therefore, we can't just multiply the denominator. We would also need to multiply the numerator by that same factor. Why? Because numerator divided by denominator, 3 divided by 3 is 1, which is the same as multiplying by 1, which does not change the value. It only changes the look, shall we say. So here's our equivalent fraction, 2/5 changed into 6/15. Now we have a common denominator. Keep it and add the numerators. In this case, 6 plus 4 is 10. Now, the reason why we didn't stop here is because 10 divided by 15 is not in simplest form. So we can factor out a 5 out of the numerator and denominator, and you can see our reduced fraction is 2/3. Next fraction, same is done. As you can see, our common denominator is 6. First fraction was already the 6, so we kept the fraction. Notice it's negative. Second fraction is the one we needed to change, so we multiplied numerator and denominator by 3, coming up with our equivalent fraction, 3/6. We took our -1 numerator plus the 3 other numerator, kept it over the common denominator of 6. Therefore, we got 2/6, which reduces to 1/3. And then you can see the last example is a subtraction problem. Give me one moment to take a look at that. That'll be explained in another time.